Imagine a bakery so automatic that every new loaf of bread is mixed, tested, baked, inspected, and boxed without a single person touching it. You drop a new recipe in, and by the time someone's thirsty for toast, a fresh, safe loaf is on the shelf. That bakery is what modern teams aim for when they talk about CI/CD. But before the acronyms and diagrams, picture this. It's early morning, a small shop on a busy street. The owner wants to add a blueberry loaf to the menu without slowing down or accidentally putting salt in sweetbread. How do they do it? With a clever, automated system that treats every new batch like a promise to customers. Okay, here's our setup. You and a few friends run a local bakery that's suddenly getting a lot of orders. People love your bread, and you want to roll out new flavors frequently. But every change is risky. One bad batch ruins the morning rush, and customers tell everyone on their way to work. You don't want to hire a dozen bakers and inspectors. You want speed, safety, and consistency. Enter the automated bakery. In this story, each recipe change is like a developer's change to code. The mixing machines are the build tools that combine ingredients. The first line of checks, does the dough rise? Does it have the right pH? Are automated tests. The ovens are the machines that actually bake the product, turning raw dough into a finished loaf. Inspectors, cameras, and sensors confirm the loaf looks, weighs, and tastes right. Finally, robotic packers box the loaf and a delivery truck takes it to the store. Now map that directly to CI/CD. CI stands for continuous integration. Think of it as a promise that every time a baker adds a new ingredient, the system mixes a small test batch immediately, so problems are caught fast. In software, developers merge their changes into a central place frequently. Automated checks run on each merge. Those are the tests that catch obvious problems early, like forgetting an ingredient or typo in a recipe. CD has two common meanings: continuous delivery and continuous deployment. Both are about getting those tested loaves to customers. Continuous delivery is like having the loaves ready on a shelf at the back of the store, so the manager can push them out anytime. Continuous deployment goes further. If everything passes inspection, the loaf automatically goes to the shop window without human intervention. A pipeline in this bakery is the full path a batch takes: mix, rise, bake, inspect, pack, deliver. In software, a pipeline runs the steps that turn code into something users can run: compiling code, running tests, packaging the result, and sending it to the production environment. Each step is automated and happens the same way every time. What about tests? In our bakery, tests are not religious rituals, they are practical checks. A quick dough test might measure elasticity. A small sample gets baked to check flavor, and sensors check weight and size. In software, tests are short programs that check that new changes work and don't break existing features. Unit tests check tiny pieces. Did the mixer mix? Integration tests check that the mixer and oven work together. End-to-end tests simulate a whole customer experience. Slice it, toast it, spread butter, enjoy. Artifacts are the things you store after a bake, packaged loaves ready for sale. In DevOps, artifacts are the compiled apps or images that get deployed. Version control is the recipe book that keeps every change. You can compare versions, go back to a reliable recipe, or see who added the extra salt. A staging area in the bakery world is like a private tasting table where staff and a few loyal customers sample the new loaf before it hits the shelves. It's a close-to-real environment, but safe. If the new loaf fails, only a few people are affected. This mirrors the staging environment in software, where changes are deployed so teams can test them in a near-real setting. Now let's walk through a gradual story of a single change. A simple, friendly example to make this real. One of your bakers decides to add blueberries to the classic loaf. They write down the tweak and put it into the recipe book. This is like committing code to version control. Immediately, the mixing machine grabs the new recipe and makes a small test batch. CI kicks in. Sensors check dough texture. A tiny sample is baked and tasted by a camera and an AI model that recognizes appearance and crumb structure. Automated tests. If that test batch fails, say the blueberries bleed color, the pipeline flags the change and sends a message back to the baker to fix the recipe. If everything looks good, the batch moves into the oven and then to the staging shelf for a quick human taste test. Maybe a longtime customer tries it and gives thumbs up. Then the system packages several loaves, updates inventory, and the delivery truck automatically pulls the new product into the store. At 6 a.m., customers walking by see the fresh blueberry loaf in the window. No chaos, no midnight baking marathons, just a consistent, tested rollout. Few concrete, everyday examples help make CI/CD less magic and more familiar. Example 1. Your phone's weather app gets an update to show a new radar layer. The team releases that feature via CI/CD. Developers merge code, automated tests verify it doesn't break fetching data, the new app build gets packaged, and it's gradually pushed out to a small group of users first. If a problem appears, say the app crashes on a specific phone model, the team rolls back the change quickly, like pulling a bad loaf off the shelf. Example 2. A company updates its checkout flow on an online store. The change goes through unit tests, integration tests with the payment provider, and final checks on a staging store. If all is well, it's deployed to production automatically during quiet hours so customers can check out without disruption. Why do teams bother with this bakery automation? First, speed. Small changes reach customers quickly, so feedback arrives sooner. Second, safety. Automated checks catch many mistakes before they ever touch customers. Third, consistency. The same steps run every time, reducing human error. And finally, morale. Bakers and developers can focus on creativity and improvement instead of firefighting. There's also the idea of canary releases, sending a few loaves to a single store before rolling out everywhere. If that store reports problems, you stop the rest and fix the recipe. In software, that's releasing to a small percentage of users and monitoring metrics before a full rollout. And rollback is the recall truck. If something truly goes wrong, automation can pull the new loaves off the shelves and replace them with the previous trusted batch. It's easy to picture different sizes of bakeries using these ideas. A weekend pop-up might only need a simple checklist and one small machine, while a nationwide chain runs a full automated line with cameras, analytics, and orchestration. The principles are the same. Test early, automate repetitive steps, and make releases predictable. To recap, remember the bakery every time someone says CI/CD. Continuous integration is mixing small test batches whenever a recipe changes. Continuous delivery and continuous deployment are the systems that get those tested loaves to the shelf, either waiting for a manager to approve or going out automatically. Pipelines are the automated path from raw dough to boxed loaf. Tests, staging, canaries, and rollbacks are all safety steps that make sure customers get fresh, safe bread. So what's the takeaway? CI/CD is less about buzzwords and more about trust. It's the automated bakery's promise to customers. Whatever new flavor you try, it will be fresh, consistent, and safe, delivered fast. Teams use these practices so they can experiment often, learn quickly from real feedback, and keep their customers happy without sleepless nights. At the end of the day, whether you're running a bakery or building an app, you want the same thing: a steady, reliable flow from idea to customer. Build the right machines, teach them the recipes, and let automation do the heavy lifting. That way, your next great loaf or feature reaches the world cleanly and confidently. If you enjoyed this fresh slice of DevOps, Please like and subscribe for more friendly AI, cloud, and DevOps stories. See you next batch.